What is up, everybody? Welcome back to 10K. Taylor here, and today we're going to be looking at how to overclock your monitor. Alright guys, so what we're going to be doing, like I said, is taking a look at a regular monitor. What we're using is the Asus VP28GQ. I just did a review on it. Post a card somewhere around here that you can click on it, you can go review it. But it's a 28-inch 4K monitor, and the sad part about it is it runs at 60 Hertz. Still a great gaming experience, but it's not that 144, 240, anything higher than 60 Hertz. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using the NVIDIA control panel. You know, AMD, there might be some different process or something like that, but I can only use what I've got. So I've got a RTX 2070 hooked up to this bad boy. We're going to go into the NVIDIA control panel. I'm going to show you how to overclock it. So your results may vary, okay? This is not going to be a significant, you're going from 60 to 120. It's not going to happen, not with a basic panel, even with a, a really high-end panel. I don't see you getting more than maybe 10, maybe 15 Hertz if you're really lucky and you've got a good panel. But we're going to try and get it from 60 to, hopefully we can hit 70. Hopefully we can hit 70 and there's no tearing or anything like that at all. So I'm not going to do a screen capture. I'm not sure the quality that you're going to get if I were to capture it on OBS or anything like that. I don't know if you're going to see it going black. I don't know if you're going to see the tearing, anything like that. So I'm going to try and set up my camera right in front of it and just really try and get the best, quality shot I can. And we're going to run right through this. All right. So we've got our monitor pulled up here. What we're going to do is we're going to go in the bottom right little arrow. I know it's just out of frame. Let's see if I can back up a little bit. Hit that NVIDIA control panel, right click it, hit NVIDIA control panel again, and it's going to pop up the panel. Hopefully it's on my main screen, and it is. Once the NVIDIA control panel pops up, the first thing that pops up for mine is G-Sync. Now, I've noticed it being a little weird when I have my G-Sync enabled, so I have it disabled for doing this. And then you're going to pop up to change resolution, which should be right under display. Now you're going to see your native resolution, whichever your monitor happens to give you, 380/40 by 2160, whatever it is. And you're going to see I'm stuck at 60 Hertz refresh rate because that's what the max this monitor supports. Now we want to do some overclocking. Going to hit customize, and this is where you create custom resolution. So now that we've got custom resolution popped up, you can see our horizontal, we have a 3840 by 2160, that's normal. Then we've got right here, we have our refresh rate, which is set at 60. What we're going to do is we're going to up it, mediocre for right now, 62. Now, scan type is going to be dependent whether you're using, 1080p versus 1080i, whatever your, computer is putting out at. More than likely, it's probably going to be 1080p with a computer, I would assume. So just leave it at progressive, don't mess with that. Now we're going to hit test at 62 and see what happens. Don't worry, if all the screens go black, it's refreshing itself. So now we're running at 4K, 62 Hertz for refresh rate, not seeing any screen tearing yet. I do usually run into screen tearing, but for right now, we're going to hit no. I don't want to save this, but looks pretty good. And when doing this, I found if you incrementally jump up, that's where you're going to get your exact number. So we're going to jump up by another 2, see how it handles 64. And if you can see, we're starting to get artifacting, and it's starting to break apart. So 64, unfortunately, is a no-go for me. Now, if your monitor goes black when you're testing and it doesn't come back, all you need to do is hit the escape key on your keyboard and it'll revert back to normal. So let's try 63, see if we're able to get that out of it, test it. And we're breaking up a little bit right there. Yep, we're breaking up a little bit. So once you work in those numbers and you find what your refresh rate can handle on your monitor, so in our case, it's going to be 62. Not a huge upgrade, but hey, that's what we got. So we're going to pop in that 62. No artifacting. It's not breaking apart. We're going to hit yes. We're going to save that resolution. Monitor's going to refresh itself again. And bam. Now in this custom resolution, we have the 3840 by 2160 at 62 hertz, which is our refresh rate. Hit OK, and now we've got a custom resolution up here at the top. So we have our native PC resolution, then we have our custom resolution. Let's go ahead and apply that. And now we're running at 62 hertz. Now, what we want to do is we don't want to just leave it at that. What we also want to do is we want to test it. We want to see if there's actually any stuttering in here. So stand by 1 second and I'll pull up the test. So this test result, I'm going to put the link down below. It's testufo.com/frameskipping. It's the Blurbusters motion test. This is the best way to check and see if it's in sync or if you're missing frames, okay? What you're going to do is ignore this warning on my end. Okay, if this is on your end, go ahead and try and fix the warning. Chrome VSync, non-synchronization bug, restart browser. We would normally go ahead and do that. Check your NVIDIA control panel, make sure that that's not running, but we can still essentially see the end result. So you want to make it full screen, and right here, I'm running at 24 frames a second, so it's half of what actually is being displayed, a little less than half. And in the actual camera, you can actually see the skipped frames. But what you want to do with this is you want to take a camera, put it to a really, really slow shutter speed, like 1/10 of a second, something like that, increase the ISO, and take a picture of it. And I'm going to put up here the result of the picture I literally just took, that you're going to see a black square in the middle of these lines that's clearly missing a frame, because if this wasn't missing a frame, it'd be going through smoothly. So to give you two examples, this is a good example of what it should look like. It should be smooth all the way through. And an example of what it looks like when you're having frame skipping. It's skipping these sections in between and you're actually dropping frames. All right, everyone, so that is one way to overclock your monitor. Now, user results are going to vary depending on monitor to monitor, what kind of specs you're rolling at. Just be careful when doing this. I haven't seen anybody bricking their monitor or damaging it in any way, shape, or form, but whenever you're doing anything that you're messing with standard settings, just be careful doing it. Now, I know this isn't really a overclock, but it is a way to kind of, fake some better numbers, and it's one way to maybe increase your performance. So I wish the best of luck to you guys all. Now you have a little idea of how to do it, how to set your own resolutions, whatever the case might be. If you like the content, guys, go ahead and like it. If you want to stay up to date, stay tuned for all the content I'm putting out, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It helps us out. The views, the subscriber count helps us with putting this content out, hopefully getting some, brands and everything like that to give us items to, review for you guys, to let you know what's good, what's bad before you spend your hard-earned cash on it. So hit that subscribe button, hit the little notification bell if you want to be notified every time I put out a new video. But as always, guys and gals, you have yourself a good one.